Welcome. This is Ask a Lawyer. We're here with Gabriele Valanzano of the Valanzano Law Firm. And today we're talking about waivers. Tell us a little bit about waivers and how they relate to immigration.
Okay. Well, waivers in particular are very important in reference to immigration. I do want to say off the top that I do have clients or individuals that come for consultations that they mention the word perdón. Perdón means a waiver in Spanish, and everyone is under the impression that the perdón is only one type of waiver. But once you explain to them that there are different types of waivers, they realize that not just the perdón applies to them. We have several types of waivers when it comes to immigration. We have waivers for individuals that have been removed before the I-212. We have waivers for unlawful presence, the I-601A. We have the I-601, which people confuse with the I-601A. The I-601, correct.
Tell us about the I-601A, because that one is really popular, especially with people doing family petitions, doing consular processing. They want to know, am I gonna get let back into this country? They fear the 10-year ban, as many of them should, and for some there's a waiver for that ban. But tell us a little bit about it.
Okay. Well, the I-601 in particular is for individuals that have accrued unlawful presence here in the United States. Now, individuals that are doing these family petitions and are here, it's important to know that they will not that unlawful presence will not become active unless they leave the United States. Now, if they need to do the I-601A, that's for individuals that have either overstayed a visa or entered illegally without some type of inspection with immigration. Now, you have to show the I-601A in particular is very difficult to overcome just because you have to show extreme hardship, and because of the discretion that immigration gives the officers handling these types of waivers, the level of extreme hardship is very difficult to overcome. Now, as you know, we usually require that clients take some type of, go see a psychologist to make some type of evaluation on the person that would potentially be left here, not the petitioner. Unfortunately, immigration doesn't really care for the extreme hardship that would be caused to the person that could potentially be deported.
And it has to be either a spouse or a parent. Can be a child.
Correct.
So that's important, because people are like, they often come to me and they say, oh, I have a U.S. citizen child. Unfortunately, you can't get a waiver through that child. And then it's also recommended, this is bad, but it's kind of good. If someone has a medical issue of some sort, I'm like, yes, because we can use that in preparing the I-601A to say, hey, this person is going to suffer extreme hardship because the person who's getting sent back is caring for them, and if they leave, this U.S. citizen or LPR, lawful permanent resident, is going to suffer extreme hardship because the person, their primary caretaker, will be deported.
Right.
So those are the things we look for. Anything like someone with special needs of some sort, some type of sickness, those are things that I like to highlight and show lots of evidence.
And financial support as well. I actually had a client where he was the only breadwinner in the family. He was supporting his family. He did have also a daughter that had medical needs. But you also want to make these, I also recommend a personal statement by the person that will per se experience the extreme hardship. Just because you want to make it personal with these immigration officers, you don't want to just grab a general template, and make a letter for every one of your clients, or a person to just write a letter that's one paragraph long. You want to make sure that you really tell your story so that this officer, when he grabs your application, can go ahead and understand your situation and really get a feel of what's going on, and that you really truly will suffer extreme hardship. The I-601 are for other grounds, which include crimes, health-related grounds, things of that sort. So that would be another waiver. And there are certain requirements, certain crimes that don't qualify. For example, any type of possession of marijuana, unless it's under 30 grams for personal use, would not qualify for that waiver. We also have possession, for example, anything that's related with drugs or cocaine for that matter. You have to be really careful with that. So that is cocaine, and anything besides the personal use does not qualify for any type of waiver at this point.
I always feel weird because I ask my clients, they tell me, okay, I have a drug charge, and I'm like, what was it? And they were like, wait, why do you want to know? I mean, on top of that, me being their lawyer, I'm not going to do anything to them. I have to maintain attorney-client privilege. But on top of that, I have to know because it affects whether it was marijuana or cocaine. It's important, and how much. Aren't there also waivers for somebody who maybe doesn't have the means to pay for something?
Yes, there are waivers to waive the fees for certain types of applications. Not all applications qualify for these type of waivers, and immigration does update this particular waiver consistently. But you can look that up on the USCIS website. The form for that waiver is I-912, and that the instructions gives you a list of what types of applications qualify for you to be able to submit this fee waiver.
So we talked about I-601A, and there are some other waivers that exist that can help our clients out. So that's why it's important that when clients come to us and say waiver, we find out more about what they're actually looking for. And it's important for clients to really seek out a qualified attorney who can find the waiver that will work for those clients. Otherwise, they could be really confused. It's a confusing topic, and I've seen clients mess up on the I-601 and the I-601A, and that was tragic. So definitely seek out a great lawyer. You have Valanzano Law Firm here, and of course Arias Immigration Law. So thank you very much. This is Ask a Lawyer, and it's some great information on waivers.
Jonathan, thank you for your time. Thank you.
High five.